Hi, so we're looking at question 2E. So it goes, the sequence goes 7, 10, 14, and so on. So here we can see that we're adding 3, adding 4, and then adding 5, and so on. So let's let the first one be T1, which is 7. So that's our first one. And then the next one we know we have to add 3 from the first one. So a simple way to do that is to let the term actually be Tn minus 1. That means when we look at the second term, which is this one, which will be T2, it's our first or second one, so we call it N2, but when we're looking at the general term, we start to list them as T, so term 2, it will be term 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1, so 2 minus 1 will give us back to T1. So T1 will be 7 again. So that's a nice way of saying, oh, instead of looking at 10, go back to this one. So 2 minus 1 is 1, so that's T1. And what is T1? T1 is 7. Okay, so replace that with 7, and then we add 3. Great, we get 10. That's going to work for our next one, the third term. However, we don't add 3, we add 4. That means we have to add one more. So instead of writing, instead we can write T2 as Tn minus 1, which is 2 minus 1, which is T1. That we know is 7, so 7 plus 3 is 10. But now we can't use 3 anymore. So instead we need to increase that by 1. Okay, so an increase by 1, we actually can go back and use our n value and add 1 to it. So T2 will be equal to T1, which is n minus 1, plus 2 plus 1, which is 3. Okay, so maybe this will work. Let's go try that. So for term 3, we use Tn minus 1, which is 3 minus 1, which gives us T2. Oh, that's 10. And what about 3 plus 1? Well, 3 plus 1 is 4, which is 10 plus 4 is 14. For our next question, which is question number 2F, we have the sequence 2, 3, 7, 16. So here we have to add 1, add 4, add 9, which is all our perfect squares. So T1, which is our first term, is 2 here. And in order to get the next term, we have to add 1. So let's use that trick again. So that here we have Tn minus 1. N minus 1 is 2 minus 1, which is T1. So we're back to T1. When we're looking at T3, we can grab T1 by using this term and add 1. So that works, but this won't work for the next term because we need to add 4 to the next term. It will work to grab the previous term and use that, but we have to add 4. Okay, so let's go figure out how we can add 4. So T3, term 3, which we want to get to 7, is T2 plus 4. Okay, so T2, we can get T2 really easily by doing Tn minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2, so T2, which is 3, so that's term 2 is 3. But the 4, if we're using 3, we want to get 4. How do we can get 4? We can get 4 by doing 2 squared, which is 3 minus 1 squared, which gives us 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. Okay, that works. Let's go try it for our next term. Our next term is 16. Okay, I'm going to go try that one. So T4, let's go see if this works. Tn minus 1 plus n minus 1 squared. So for it to be 4, we're going to do 4 minus 1 because that's our n value. 4 minus 1, that's 3. So for T3, we're going to get, oh, you know what it is? It's 7. Well, let's go see if this works. So this is going to be not 3, but our n here is 4. And 4 minus 1, what's 4 minus 1? 3. That's 3 squared, which is 9. Great. And 7 plus 9 is 16. Awesome. That works. Let me know if you have any questions.